Happy Tuesday, Monday, everybody. We off of the cusp of Indigenous Peoples Day. Because the only Christopher I acknowledge is Wallace, baby, baby. Italians do better. Your claim to fame can't be a lying, thieving, stealing, rapist, pedophile. And y'all gotta do better than that. So we not doing Christopher Columbus Day, okay? We did Indigenous Peoples Day. I like that. Shout out to all my Black Cherokees. I'm gonna do my honest review on a frugal mommy of Legoland in Goshen, New York. All right, so I got some discounted tickets. So each ticket was $45, including my kids. Normally the tickets is $97. Okay, we did a little overnight stay. I did not stay at the Legoland Hotel. That was a grip and a half. But because I got sick on our last pool hotel adventure, I told the kids I owe you guys a hotel pool day. So, did a little yang research and was able to stay at the Holiday Inn. Motel, Holiday Inn. I have to say I've stayed at the Hilton hotels, Marriott hotels. My number one hotel stay was Elements. I believe that's a Marriott hotel. Elements was the bomb, nice and modern, love it. My number two was the Holiday Inn. I stayed at a Hilton hotel, Hilton name, and got sick because the freaking dust mighty ass couch. Holiday Inn was nice. Excuse me. Holiday Inn was nice. So, anywho, this was a Halloween themed event at Legoland. I will post up his pictures. My little baby son was Mario. My husband was Luigi. I was a queen, and my daughter was a princess fairy. And we all dressed up. And my husband was like, "We the only ones that dressed up." I was like, "I don't care. This is a Halloween theme. How is nobody else dressed up?" But no, other people were dressed up. Okay, including the parents. Not everybody. It was more people not dressed up than was. It was cold, but we was well prepared. We had sweatsuits and cuddle duds underneath. Let me tell you something. Legoland Park, when I went, mid, average is best. It wasn't even crowded, and we spent 3 hours in total to get on 2 rides. One was a Merlin ride for the kiddies, an hour and 40 minutes on that one to get on. And then the carousel on our way out was 40 minutes. And then our ride was cut short because some fucktard, when it put away his phone after the ride person doing the ride asked him 3 times, "Sir, put away your phone. Sir, put away your phone." Not only did he not put away his phone, he walked away from a toddler. So if your kids are under a certain height, you have to stand by them on the merry-go-round or Ferris wheel. Merry-go-round, not Ferris wheel, merry-go-round. The horses that go around in a circle, right? That. But it wasn't horses. It was like motorcycles and Lego pieces. You guys know. If your kid is under a certain height, you have to stand by them and basically like hold them and make sure that they didn't fall. This fucktard of European descent, okay? Of Eastern European descent. I don't know if there was a language issue, but walks away from this kid who all about 3 years old. She stopped the ride, as she should. And nobody on there was mad because he walked away from this kid to go take fucking pictures. We was mad, right, that he wasn't paying attention and that she stopped the ride. We were mad that he wasn't paying attention and had to stop the ride. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't her fault. Nobody was mad at her. We was all mad at this fucktard. But anywho, everything had a line that was egregious. So they had these candy stations because it could have been trick-or-treating, and you stand in the line with your Lego trick-or-treat bags and you get candy. Man, let me tell you something. The lines wrapped around, and it wasn't like the staff was taking their sweet time. The staff is literally grabbing candy and dumping it. Grab your candy and go grab it. That's how long these lines was. I'm not standing. These tickets were $45 a piece. You think I'm spending time waiting in line to get candy that I could get from the motherfucking Dollar Tree or Walmart? We did. And then for food, so half the park is closed, or the majority of the park is closed because they said it was renovations, but I think it's off season. There's no water rides, right? That's where the big food place is. When I did my research, Pirate World is where all the food is. So the only thing open for food was a pizza place and a barbecue joint. Long as fuck. We tried 3 times to go into the barbecue thing. Long as shit. We there starving. We finally find a short line because they're not giving out candy. They're giving out applesauce packets. So that line wasn't long. I don't feel hunger pains. That part of my stomach is gone. I get headaches, I get weak, and I'll get the shakes if I have to eat. If I'm not cognizant, I don't have that gland in the stomach that signals the brain that you're hungry. That has been cut out of me. My husband is worried because we didn't. We had breakfast. We had breakfast. It's now 3-4 o'clock. I haven't eaten. He said, "You're gonna get sick." Those applesauce packets were sustenance. We go into the gift shop and we buy. My daughter picks out a candy. The whole family ravaged her candy. I said, "Honey, you're gonna have to pick out another gift." We ravaged her candy for sustenance. And then we get a pretzel, which was disgusting. And I spent $15 on an Apple Orchard can of alcohol. I guess that's what you call it, for my husband. It was bad. I'm not even going to say mid. It was not. I cannot see people spending $97 on season to go to this park. That is pretty much like Coney Island. It's free. It should be free to get in because everything costs money. Charge for the rides, but it pretty much should be free to get in. You got these people that spend an exorbitant amount of money to get the fast pass. Fine. The fast pass people are what makes the line go longer. That's my opinion. Because they got to let all the fast pass people go in. And then like each ride, like let's say the Merlin ride hold 10 people. It was only 10 seats, 5 different booths or whatever. He's letting 8 fast passes go in and only 1 set of us regular schmegular degular folks. And the only reason why I waited in line, my husband's like, "You're going to come all this way and not get on the ride?" And I was ready to do so. My husband kept making a face. Okay, I'm not a rides girl. I go for the shows. We caught one show where the parking, I mean, the singing was okay. We caught one show and they gave out some candy after the show. Fine. My son was like, "I'm gonna go home." My daughter liked the show. She liked the singing. It was cute. It was cutie. It was cute. I could have did more of those. And we only saw the show because we were getting ready to leave and I saw people sitting down, and when I looked on the little brochure, it was 2:57. The show starts at 3. So we was able to catch the show and not wait in line. Because some people was waiting in line to be seated. And I just happened to walk in and saw some seats in the front. There's some special needs kids that nobody wanted to sit next to. Shame on y'all. Right in the front. Some special needs adults. It looks like nobody wanted to sit with them. And I said, "Excuse me, are these seats taken?" And the mother was so happy. No, it's not. Okay, y'all need to stop treating these special needs people like they got the fucking plague, okay? Get a little humming. That's it. A little rocket back and forth. That girl was enjoying herself, and we got to sit in the front and not wait in line. All right. So, anywho, I will not go again. Will not. I will not be going again. I was never into Legos. My son wanted a Lego kit. I know it was triple what I would have paid if I would have went to Target and got the same goddamn Lego kit. Okay? They were selling $8 Lego kits for $40, $50, $60. Okay? I ended up buying him some figurines and shit because it's not like my son could appreciate a Lego. The piece is already missing. It's not like I'm going to buy him a set because he's looking at the cover and thinking that's what it's going to be with all the graphics and shit. It's lies. Okay, you're gonna get a fucking spaceship, and it's not gonna look like that. He's gonna be disappointed, and I done spent $80. Okay, so mid, so below average. What's below mediocre? Oh, my vocabulary, people. It was that. In all honesty, the park should be free to get in because you're really not paying for anything. There's really nothing you can do that does not cost money or has a super long line. It's like Coney Island. Let you get in for free. Like this is how Coney Island it was. They had the thing where you pay to shoot the basketball to win a prize. You shoot the gun in the duck's mouth to blow up the balloon, and all of that costs money. Get the fishing pole and get the ducks. It was very much that, and that costs money. I don't see, except for maybe the rides, and it should be like Coney Island. You buy, you throw down $50 and you get 10 rides. I don't know, some shit like that. And that way, you don't have people like me who feel like they got to get their money's worth to stand in line and clog it up to the actual people who want to ride the rides. There was a roller coaster. It was a 3-hour wait for the roller coaster, and that's just an estimate. Like, I stepped into the merry-go-round line because it said the estimate was 20 minutes and it ended up being 40. So you spent your whole time trying to ride some subpar fucking roller coaster? Oh no. Oh no. Fail, 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 fail. I don't know what it's like in its heyday in the summer. I don't know what that's like, but I'm not spending $97 a ticket to find out. Absolutely not. No. If you walk around and don't go on rides, you're getting nothing for your money. Nothing. Except looking at some built Lego attractions that are in desperate need of touching up and repair. What are you getting? What are you getting? I mean, maybe when the pirate thing is open, it looked like you could just splash around, and you might not have to wait in line for that. But they had a little play area where the kids could crawl up and stuff. That had a line. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. No. My kids had more fun eating pizza in the hotel with our little family pizza party and going in the pool. That's what they wanted. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm glad I got to go. Even my kids were a little like, okay, this is nice. Yeah, what next? And I'm like, this is it. This is it. They did very well with waiting in the lines. I'm not saying they were perfect angels, but they had a little, why is it not moving like towards the end? And they were justified in doing so because every time that ride went, we would go up a little bit. It was like that. No, no. I don't know about the other Legolands, but don't go. Don't go unless you're an annual season holder and you could go during the week when kids are in school and it's empty. Go there. Oh, and parking. So we have a handicap pass. We go to the accessible parking. We can't find a handicap spot, and we just park where the hotel is because they wasn't letting people go in unless you had a hotel reservation or you had handicap. So we was able to find parking, or else we would have been in one of them farther lots that are covered in dust. That's how we got lucky with the parking. Mm-mm. So y'all, no, that's my opinion. No, and I'm not cheap. I'm very frugal. I would go and pay if there was more shows, more attractions, more booths. They had a booth where you make something and they put it on the spider web. There was only one booth with Legos out. Like, I was just expecting more for something that charges $97 a ticket. You know what I mean? Like for $45 a ticket, I don't think I got anything. But the gall of $97 a ticket. Oh no. What are you giving me? If it wasn't for that Halloween thing, they would have nothing. Like that Halloween thing is not all year round. It's only a few weeks, a few selected dates. After that Halloween theme is over, is there going to be something else that justifies $97 a ticket? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I guess the whole thing is going towards the staff. And that's probably what it is, right? Because there was a good amount of staff. All of them look about a high school. They was definitely all high school. But it wasn't short staff that you felt unsafe. So maybe that's where the money is going for the staff. I could see that. I could see it definitely being for the staff because what's minimum wage? Like $15? And it was open from 10 to 6, so that's a full shift. Yeah, y'all doing the electric, y'all are covering your operating costs. That's what it was. You're not giving anything else. You're paying just to be there. It's like when you use all of your money for childcare, so you're pretty much working just so you could afford to go to work. You're pretty much paying that money just so you could go to Legoland. You're not getting anything extra. You're not getting anything for it except the opportunity to go. Because I got to see all their money going into their operating costs. So my coworker wanted me to tell her about it. I am going to frankly be honest with her and tell her, girl, don't go. Mm-mm, don't go. Um, and it wasn't even crowded and the lines was long. Could you imagine it being in the summer when it's popping what them lines look like? The park was not even crowded, y'all. The park was not even crowded. Imagine what it's like when it's crowded. I could not. I definitely could not imagine what those lines look like. In the sun, beating down. Now they have spraying cooler stations, so I know it was hot. Could you imagine waiting in an outside line when that sun beating down on you? Because only the first 3 rows are enclosed. Okay. Other than that, if it spills over out of that, y'all waiting in the hot sun to get on a ride that the seats are made out of metal, burning y'all ass. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. In the same town is a bouncy thing, trampoline park, where kids under 5 was 19.99. I would go back to Goshen for that. I would go back for that. Not for no damn Legoland. And let me tell you something. Driving through Middletown, uh, poor, poor, bad, bad. So I tried to do extended checkout and I didn't get denied. I was gonna pay the little bit of extra for extended checkout to check out at 2 instead of 11, so the kids could go into the pool again. I mean, they technically could have gotten to the pool again because the pool opened at 5 a.m. But I woke up at 3:15, wired, went to the gym downstairs, which is very nice. Um, did 3 machines, did a 30-minute workout, came back to the room, couldn't go to sleep, passed out, didn't want to miss breakfast, woke up at 7:30. We could have technically, when my kids slept, they was sad. Okay. But I was gonna do extended checkout so we could do the pool again. And it was denied because they said they were sold out. How you sold out midweek? Okay. Um, but anyway, they were sold out. So the kids were a little disappointed. So we said, okay, we're gonna find a park, and you guys are gonna go to the park and have fun, right? So we find a park close by in Middletown. I was looking around like, ooh, ooh. Now I'm from Brooklyn, right? I'm a thug, but even I was looking like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And people, the people that was around, okay. And I'm not gonna say these people were not at work because it was a holiday. These people look like they don't work. And then where they gonna work? It's not like it was like a booming town. Like you probably live there and you have to work somewhere else. But um, the kids were playing for a little bit, but I guess they had crazy rain too, and it was coming down, and so it was very wet, right? Too wet and muddy or whatever. But the minute we left, we stayed a good 20 minutes there. The kids did the swing, 20 minutes to half an hour. When we left, the men were sitting in the park. And my husband, like, they definitely doing drugs in this park. Like, they was like politely waiting for us to leave. Like, we were in their space. Like, hello, kids don't really play here. What the fuck are y'all doing here? What are y'all doing here? This is where we get high during the day. Because kids are in school during this park is for kids on Saturday. We get high, okay? 12 o'clock on a Monday. Why are y'all here? And they was just standing around, respectfully standing around far away, right? They wasn't close to us to be a threat. They was far away, but they was waiting. The minute we walked away, they went there. I said, oh shit, we was in their space. Sorry. Um, so sad. And before the kids was born, I want to say 5 years ago, my coworker told me that her friend bought a house in Middletown in a new development, and it was 400 and something $1,000. I'm gonna say 450 or 475, depending on what model you get. And I said, "Oh, that's in our budget." And she was like, "Middletown is about an hour and a half away." Um, and you know, we were thinking about it. So we went to look at the house. It was, you know, one of them prefab cul-de-sac houses, and uh you got about 2.5 feet of backyard, even though behind the house was full of grass. And they was like, nope, that's common area. That ain't yours. So they gave you a little patch of grass that no lie would fit a grill. That was your backyard. That was your backyard. And on top of your mortgage, because it's a cul-de-sac, you had to pay fees, HOA fees. You could not change your law, you know, all the HOA laws, all the horror HOAs, right? And you own the house, but not the land. One of those. So you had to get a special mortgage because you only own the physical house, which means anything went wrong in it, you wasn't getting no repairs. It was like a condo. So you owned the house, the actual construction of the house, but not the land. You had to lease the land, and that was included in your HOA fees. So we were like, oh no, 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 no. But anyway, we saw the house. We drove through Middletown and saw how impoverished and poor, and how all of these stores were closing and closing. And I have to say, in 5 years, it didn't get no better. It didn't get no better. They still building properties there because we saw a lot of new construction. There was a lot of new construction, so they still building, but it still look poor as shit. And maybe hopefully it'll attract some wallets and purses there, and maybe change the city or the town of Middletown. I don't know. Still look poor. But anyway, Legoland was a flop. But I'm glad I did it because, you know, my kids need experiences, and me and my husband are the adults. The kids have no idea that this costs money and the value of a dollar. They were smiles except for waiting in the line and walking around, and it was an experience for them that was what I'm going to say was worth the money, just for that, because I have to keep from crying.